And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of the qualifier for the LiuLi Cup 2024 Grand Finals. I'm, of course, host ZvT. With you, I'm joined by these amazing players, by the people in the chat, by my plushies as well. Welcome, one and all. I apologize for the delayed start, but we did have some walkovers. Initially, we were going to be jumping into Lancer versus Young Yakov. Unfortunately, there was a walkover. Lancer was unavailable. Likewise, it does look like XY is going to be unavailable as well. Likewise, we were going to be jumping into a Laser versus Goblin, but that was covered by Rotterdam. So in the effort to spread out and to split up, we did back off, and of course Roddy did take a Laser versus Goblin, so we were kind of left in limbo. we were kind of left in limbo trying to find a series, and we couldn't quite find one, so alas, we are jumping in mid-series into game number 2 as spawning. In the bottom left-hand corner of Frostline, we have the Swedish Zerg player, the yellow Zerg, representing Team Ruddy. It is Fjant. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the green Terran player. Down in the series, it is Ponyo. Here we go. We are here in the round of 32. If you're interested in predictions, of course, are open. Place your bets on who you think will take the series. Again, as a reminder, we are mid-series. We're currently in game number 2. And we'll see if we can go all the way to the ace match or if Fjant will take the series. Fjant coming into this is going to be the heavy favorite. But best of luck to Ponyo, as this is my first time covering him and casting him here on the channel. So I'm ready. I am excited. For some greater context, the winner of this series will advance on to face off against Zan in the next round. Zan, the Korean Protoss player, of course. So he's going to be lying in wait for the next series in the next round. So we have our first match leading into the next. We have ourselves set up for that, I should say. Likewise, we have other matches going on at the same time, exclamation mark B, and we will go over the bracket itself after this series. We'll get there. We'll get there. We will eventually get there. For the time being, we're going to be leading into Frostline, of course. One of the larger maps in the map pool is going to be a Rax Expand standard opener here out of Ponyo. Meanwhile, across map, Fjant's going to be opening up Hatch Gas Pool. Standard opener out of our Zerg player. Nothing too crazy, nothing too wild. We're settling in. Unfortunately, we did miss out on game 1. Don't really know what transpired. It was a bit of a longer game. It was around, around 15 or so minutes. It did go the distance. At least it seems to be the case. So we'll see how they compare here in game 2. We shall see. Reaper dips in, heads towards the mineral lines. So far, getting one link, not bad. One link does go down. One link does fall. Likewise, Ponyo dancing with the rest of the army. Queen has arrived, and the Reaper is going to be deflected. SVT guy comes in as well, but Fjant has already taken his third base, has already taken his expansion. The third has been taken. Reaper going to be zoned away, back at home, throw a TC before starport. Economic builds here at Ponyo, getting to his faster third command center into, I would imagine, a 1-1-1 setup in towards a Banshee play or even Liberator. We'll see. We'll see if he does go for the add-on swap into a Tech Lab. Total walkover in busy traffic. Use the traffic lights. Thank you, Iceland. Thank you. Thank you for looking out for those traversing traffic in the new year. Take care, everyone. Take care. But we were notified that XY was stuck in traffic, and I would imagine that Lancer is something similar as well, where they were otherwise preoccupied and were unable to compete. Yeah, it happens. Sometimes things just don't go as you would hope, and you're not as available. It does happen. Sometimes these things can be out of our control. It's all good. Also, I should have emphasized this as well. This is the final qualifier, the final global qualifier for the LiuLi Cup. This is the last chance for all these players to have a chance at making it into the main event. One spot. There is one spot available here, so we're going to play the bracket out to its entirety here, to its finale, to crown our one qualified player, which is brutal, by the way. So for there only to be one player making it through, it is a very intense, very unforgiving format. But I mean, the invites are already sent out. We already had our regional qualifiers. It comes down to this last chance qualifier. Only the best of the best can make it through. For now, Ponyo poking in is going to be zoned away. Likewise, behind this, we do not have an add-on swap. We have the Tech Lab on the racks, but it's going to be not a Banshee, but a Liberator instead. So Heli into Lib out of Ponyo. is being active, is going to rotate around looking for a way in. Likewise, it is going to be Ling Bane here out of Fjant. In a world where we've had a lot of roach-based play and roach-based openers, I am happy to see Ling Bane instead here out of Fjant as he gets into the main and he does scout the 111, does scout the faster sim and the lack of add-on on the starport. So Ponyo, he's fully aware of, Fjant is fully aware of what's coming his way, is aware of the Liberator, and should be getting ready back at home. Lair is on the way. Yep, Spore's in position for that Lib defense. See Ponyo getting into his bio, of course. No mech. Not here, not on Frostline. She's at all or nothing. Good luck to all the players. Exactly. Only room for one. The other thing that's unforgiving as well, it isn't just one spot between all these players, it's also purely best of threes. Like, there's no best of fives. So because of that, chances for upsets are actually a lot higher. A lot higher in a shorter format, in a shorter series. A favorite player can go down. So that is going to be another factor. As the Liberator is zoned away, doesn't find any damage yet. Likewise, 1-1 on the horizon here for Fjant, getting to his Ling Bane. And Ponyo is still building up, just now getting his third. They're basically getting saturated. Building up his bio. Should soon be moving on with all of his upgrades. I'm referring to 1-1, as 1-1 is on the horizon. Should finish up in the next minute or so. And then Ponyo can be active. Until then, he can harass, of course, with Hellions, harass with drop play as well. What I'm most concerned by, though, is that he has been quite passive with these Hellions. They've been left back at home. And this does mean that Fjant is free to spread creep. I mean, the creep is spreading quite freely here between all the bases. You have some Lib harass here towards left-hand side. 3 drones go down. But Fjant has full map control. And again, typically the Terran player would be vying for that, would be fighting for that map control. Alas, does feel like Ponyo's being very passive here in the early to mid game and is allowing Fjant to just take control of the entire map. Yes, we had some Lib harass, but that's all we really had. Just Lib harass. Hellions get back. Now we have our double drop moving out. And there's a lot of creep to work with. there's a lot to clear through. We'll see what Ponyo can get done. Does move out. Likewise, behind this, we do have the Hydra Den on the way, so it's going to be Ling Bane into Hydra. Into potential Lurker tech when we get to the Hive. Can head there. Meanwhile, Ponyo, instead of clearing up creep, he is headed towards the main. Risky maneuver here out of the Terran player. I mean, high risk, high reward. There's a lot of potential for damage here in the main base. But this does still mean, though, that the creep is going uncontested. As a couple of drones going to be going down. Gets a couple of rollers as well. Not bad. 4, 5, 6 drones going to be falling. Not bad. Oh my god. 9, 10 drones. Nice target firing. Will cost Ponyo the double drop, but that's 12 worker kills and a couple of rollers as well. Not a bad trade here out of Ponyo. Now he's getting ready for his main push. We've reached the 8-minute mark. The upgrades are done. And Ponyo should soon be moving out. But again, throughout all this, Fjant, he does have full map control. As Ponyo moves out, Fjant, he's moving in. Will hit the third base, takes down the sensor tower. Pulling back. Ooh, Palings, they peel off, they shut down the Hellions. Nice control out of Fjant. At the same time, Lings, they hit the right-hand side as well. And they will force a cancel on the 4th base. Oh, that's a kill, though. It's going to be a kill, not a cancel. Not like this. Likewise, Fjant knocking down that wall here at the natural. Could try to bust it down. Actually going for the mineral line. Going for the 3rd. As Ponyo, he's committed. Does move out across the map. Fjant, he will eviscerate the mineral line. SCVs are falling. And now he just has to focus on offense. Focus on surviving. And Ponyo's all in. At this one, he is going to be all in. Palings are morphing in. That's a lot of Widow Mines. Can Ponyo pull this off? Oh god. As the Palings, they crash on board. Mass around. The mine shells, they do not go off. And Fjant, he defends. He shuts down the main army. Crippled the economy as well. Ponyo is down to 2 bases. Down to 47 SCVs. And sure, Ponyo may have killed a base, but Fjant, he saved the workers. He saved the drones. Bailey's they crash into the fire. There was a nice spread there out of Ponyo, but this is still a better trade for Fjant. As he knocks out all the depots, his supply block back at home. But Ponyo is stuck on 2 bases with barely an army. Fjant moves in. Doesn't really have many banelings to work with. He has to respect the army. We'll back up from here. Has to back up, retreat, rebuild his banelings, and get ready for the second wave. And here they come. 18 banelings in production. Ponyo, this is going to be, I would imagine, his final move out. He's got purely Marines. This time, no more Winter Mines. Even previously, we didn't get any shots off. There is that one Viking. Let's go. The Viking has arrived. But that's Fjant can just collapse on this army. Bailey's a crash and he shuts down the fire. And GG gets called. Fjant will take the series 2-0. GG. GG, well played. Again, very nice play there out of Fjant. Just having some nice control of the map overall. Some nice counterattacks as well. Hitting the third base, hitting the fourth base as well. Denying the expansions and forcing the all-in. In the end, Ponyo had a terrifying move out, don't get me wrong. But unfortunately, because of the engagement of Fjant, because of the late burrow there by Ponyo, we didn't really get to see the full potential there of that army. As despite having, what, 8+ Widow Mines, not a single one went off. Got surrounded, got shut down. GG. GG, well played, as it was completely all in at that point. And with that, Fjant will advance on into the next round. GG. GG, well played. It's going to be on us to figure out who exactly faces off against next in the next round. Let's find out. Exclamation mark be in the chat if you guys wish to have a look back yourselves. Meanwhile, shout out to Ponyo, of course, for competing, for taking part, and for facing off against Fjant. Going up against some of these big pro players is not an easy thing to do whatsoever. So GG, very well done. With that, we have